Hi guys. Hang on. Let me move over here so you guys can see me better. This is a new episode of Wrestling with Wheelz. And today we are going to be, I don't care, my chair could go backwards. Okay. Alright. Let's put me down here. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is another episode of Wrestling with Wheelz with your pal on Wheels, Corey Hot Wheels. And today, we are going to be playing some WWE 2K Universe mode and talking about our favorite pastime, wrestling. Yes. So, this has been a while since we've done an episode of Wrestling with Wheelz, but there's a lot going on in the wrestling business, and I want to talk about it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is the runtime for Monday Night Raw. The debut episode of Raw on Netflix was 3 hours, and the second episode on Netflix was only 2.5, and that sparked a lot of controversy from the fans. What is going on here? Okay. I don't know what that momentum thing was. That must be a new thing, but whatever. Anyway, so back to the point. So people didn't really, like that it was only 2.5 hours. They said, oh, it should have been 3 hours. I thought we were going back to 3 hours. And it's like, guys, y'all been complaining for years that, Raw's too long at 3 hours. And I'm like, listen, I think 2.5 hours was perfect for this episode. Because they didn't have to answer to USA and be like, oh, well, we wanted 3 hours. And, and put 30 minutes of meaningless crap on the show. They told every story that they needed to tell. The street fight was absolutely amazing. Bailey got that pop in her hometown, so
Michael, I can barely hear myself think. The Duke section
I wonder why they're entering separately. That's kind of weird. But anyway, I think it was a perfect length. Yes, there's going to be times that it's probably going to run 3 hours. It's like Triple H said.
You have to respect Duke's journey. He experienced a new level of success.
They can tell all the stories that they need to tell within a certain time, then they're not going to go over. And I think that's a good philosophy because you're not cramming a bunch of stuff in there that doesn't make sense. So, I don't get why people were so upset about it. And that's just my personal opinion. But speaking of the second episode of Raw, we got a pretty special debut, and what Michael Cole dubbed as the worst kept secret, which I agree. Everybody knew it was coming.
A one-of-a-kind athlete.
And we got the debut of Penta. Yes. You know, long time Lucha Underground, former TNA champion.
Scripps had to fight for all he had. Now he'll fight to get everything he deserves.
Former AEW tag team champion. I've actually seen the man wrestle live in person a couple of times. You know, once on the Indies and once at AEW. And I think, you know, that was just an absolute incredible match. I mean, you know, he made Chad Gable look good. Chad Gable made him look good. And it was just a really, really well done match.
He's a total blow.
You know, and
he is the man.
You know, and people were poking at Penta's daughter for crying in the crowd, and I'm like, y'all, she's proud of her dad, and she should be, man. I mean, Penta's worked his ass off to get where he is, and he absolutely deserves it, and I just hope he has a phenomenal career in WWE.
No complicated math needed to
you know, one of the best wrestlers on the planet, in my opinion, and
I'm actually really excited to see what Axiom.
You know, I can't wait to see his brother come to WWE whenever he gets out of his AEW thing. I know that's a whole thing right now, but you know, I can't wait to see what they do in WWE.
Well, they're impressive in their academics.
And, you know, I think under the current regime that WWE's under right now, you know, it's going to be really good for them, in my opinion. So with that being said, you know, we brought up AEW, so let's talk about AEW. And the first thing I want to talk about is Ricochet. You know, he felt that he wasn't being used in WWE properly, and he wanted to go bet on himself in AEW, which, you know, I mean, whatever. These guys are, you know, free to do as they choose, you know, whatever. But I just don't think Ricochet has been used very well in AEW. I mean, in my personal opinion. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. I mean, you know, I think Tony Khan capitalizing on the heat that Ricochet's got on social media and using that to turn him heel has been good for him. But it's like, and you know, and he's had really good matches with Will Ospreay and that sort of thing, but what in the world is he using as a finisher? I mean, that elbow thing, it's something like a gun something or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, that looks so weak. Like, you had a 630 as your finisher. And I get it, that's hard to do. Like, that's hard on your back. You know, doing all those flips like that. But even using the shooting star press, like, that was a better finisher than whatever in the world he's using now. Like, I feel like that elbow thing or forearm or whatever it is should be used as like a follow-up to something. Like, even if he uses like a driver of some kind. You know, like, you know, like a Falcon Arrow, Samoan driver, that sort of thing. You know, after he hit the forearm thing, I think that would be a lot better. And I mean, speaking of Ricochet, like, you know, he's not the only one that's just fallen under the radar in AEW. Like, you know, I enjoy watching the matches that AEW puts on, but none of them, I feel like, tell a story. You know, it's so fast-paced. You know, you have people like Darby Allin doing all these extreme stunts, and I love Darby. But it's like, dude, you're going to cripple yourself, you know, before you even hit 40. Like, a lot of these guys in AEW, like Will Ospreay and Darby and all these guys just need to slow down. Like, my buddy and I were talking about this. Like, they need to just slow down and tell a story. Like, I think Tony Khan is a nice guy. But, you know, he thinks that money is going to, you know, sell because he has all this money to pay people. And it's like, dude, you're not even... You're not even, like, using the people that you have. You know, I mean, I get it. Not everybody on a stacked roster, no matter what promotion it is going to be on TV every week. But, I mean, at least tell a story that gets the people involved. You know what I'm saying?
Tag made. Gotta wonder
but,
what this duo has
you know,
sleeves. Hoisted into a gory
and I mean,
dude could seal things up. Cover! Thank goodness for the teammate. Not quite in time.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, people.
He avoids the damage. Vicious right forearm.
Like, people want story. Like, they just don't want all these random matches thrown together. I mean, and, you know, I was talking about the runtime of Raw earlier. And I feel like Raw is doing it the right way, but, like, say that Ring of Honor on Honor Club that we get every Thursday. You know, one week it's an hour and 20 minutes, and then another time it's, you know, and then another time it's, you know, almost 3 hours. And it's like, why? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, all these random matches are just thrown together, and it just feels like it drags.
Some taunting going on.
You know, if Ring of Honor would stick to a standard runtime every week, instead of just going all over the place, then I feel like more people would enjoy it. You know, I mean, and that's the thing, like, people, you know, they want story, they want consistency. I mean, even, and I know I'm sounding like a hypocrite, but even with Raw only running 2.5 hours one week and 3 the next, I mean, they got everything they needed to tell in that episode. I mean, whereas I feel like on Ring of Honor, you're just throwing a bunch of random people in the ring for no rhyme or reason. I mean, one of the only things that's been entertaining on Ring of Honor is the Minions storyline with Athena and Billy Starks and Lexi Nair. You know, I mean, like, it's just not worth it in my opinion. And I hate that because, you know, a lot of my teenage years, yeah, Mom and Dad, I'm telling a secret right now, you know, I stayed up late and would watch Ring of Honor on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. You know, because it was good wrestling. Like, it showcased what the indies were all about. And, you know, I just don't think, I mean, you're bringing people from the indies and giving them exposure, which is good. But you're not doing it in a way, like, it's like literally, you could just sit there and like the audience just sits there. like, they're not into it. You know, maybe later in the episode when more people file in because, you know, they usually film it. I don't know if they film it before Dynamite or Collision these days. But, you know, people just aren't into it. And then you try to have multiple ones in every show, like multiple episodes, and it's like people do not want to sit through 6 hours of wrestling on a weekly basis. You know, I get it sometimes, like, big events, you know, are going to be longer. But I was at an independent show for, you know, one of my friends that I met through Independence. You know, he was tragically killed in a car wreck, and I was at his memorial show, and the show ran for 4 hours. And it's like, why? Like, we don't want to sit there for 4 hours, you know? I mean, a 2-3 hour show max. I get it, pay-per-views are going to be longer, you know, whatever, but, you know, it's just, you know, that's just the thing. Like, there's no consistency with AEW. There's no direction. You know, Tony Khan needs to use that money to employ people that know the business, know what the heck they're doing, and he would have a great product. I mean, it's there, you know, but you just got to get people that know what they're doing, you know, to be able to have a good, productive show. You know, I mean, AEW roster is so stacked, it's like, why don't Collision be one roster and Dynamite be another? And then you have Ring of Honor be like your developmental. And then you keep that consistent and you have storylines within every show. I feel like more people would enjoy it. But, you know, to the other thing and that I want to talk about, and that is Kenny Omega, you know, after having diverticulitis, you know, a very life-threatening condition. You know, he has made his return after having what many say was a phenomenal match at Wrestle Dynasty against Gabe Kidd in Japan. And, you know, and I want to talk about something that Bully Ray said on Busted Open about Kenny Omega. He said that, you know, Kenny is at this stage in his career where he doesn't need to do all those high impact moves that we're used to seeing, you know, that he could just slow down and, you know, and I think Kenny himself even alluded to that. You know, we're not going to see the same Kenny Omega that we've been used to seeing in the last decade, so to speak. And which I think is a good thing because, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of wrestlers in AEW need to slow down and not, you know, be so fast-paced to where, you know, we the fans can't even keep up with what's going on in the match. So, and a bonus thing I want to talk about because I'm sitting here thinking about it. Let's shift back to WWE for a second. You know, let's talk about what Corey Graves said on Twitter. I mean, he does not seem happy with being sent down to NXT, you know, with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole calling Raw, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett calling, you know, calling SmackDown. You know, I mean, I think it's a work because, you know, we did see where Corey Graves, you know, is cleared to get back in the ring.
Elbow. Beautiful tandem work. Tag is made, and he's coming in high.
So,
tag made, fresh man in.
You know, I think this is where we see the return of Corey Graves to the ring. You know, I don't know if it'll be like full-time or part-time or, you know, what's going to happen there. But, you know, I think we are in for a really interesting story with Corey here. You know, maybe we could even see him have some matches with Pat McAfee. You know, I think that would be good. You know, better than what we saw with Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole back in 2011. Of course, you know, 12-year-old me would have, you know, wanted to see Jerry Lawler beat the hell out of Michael Cole, but after watching that match as an adult recently, I can understand. I'm like, yeah, I can understand why people hate this. You know, but, you know, anyway, I think, you know, that's enough talking about wrestling. So let's just enjoy the gameplay.
And he gets tossed back into the mat. Oh, stomping away. Big overhand.
We have Los Garzas and Gallus squaring off. I'm in control of Gallus.
Snap power slam. Joe is making it hard to get any offense on him. Piece by piece, Joe is chipping away. Angels put a stop to
I don't understand why did Gallus not have a double team finisher?
Angel to take advantage of a misstep and take command.
Uh-oh. He's turning the tables. Oh, man, what an uppercut. Ooh, well-planted knee. Ouch.
I busted him open.
Right in the elbow, nailed it. Oh, strong impact. Mark Coffey has it marked. Now Coffey in control. Coffey takes down his opponent, and there is crowning glory. Oof. Boom. Boom. Here he goes for the win. Then he closes it out. And that'll finally do it. What a victory. Here are your winners, Mark Coffey and Joe Coffey. A heartbreaking loss for Los Lotharios, who usually do the heartbreaking
Los Lotharios.
Two men with one common goal can be a dangerous thing. They're putting the entire locker room on notice.
Not Los Garzas, my bad. I'll be Tyler Bate.
Big time trash talking here. The official going to ring the bell and we're underway. Oh, goodness. The official's been laid out. Well, we got to be concerned about the health of the referee right now.
Well, face facts here. Now there's nobody to stop these two from obliterating one another.
There's no telling what can happen.
The bell rings, coming right off the heels of some underhanded tactics.
We all know just how much a calculated attack like that could affect the course of this match.
Getting a leg up on the competition is the name of the game, Saxton. Work smarter, not harder. Going up against Corbin requires sound strategy and focus. You can't take your eye off Corbin for a second because you can find yourself the victim of an all-out assault. Now, you need a ring awareness that's off the charts just to survive Corbin's fury. Know where you are at all times and do not get trapped in a corner. If that happens, Corbin will use his Gold Gloves boxing experience to rain lefts and rights on you for days.
Hurled away. God. Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one. He's only thinking about dominance. Up the turnbuckles.
So where do you guys think Baron Corbin's going to go now that he's not in WWE anymore?
I think the fuse has been...
I think he's going to go to TNA, which I think would be really good for him. I wonder if he'll join AJ Francis and KC Navarro in First Class. You know, since him and AJ are both former NFL players. Come on, Corbin, get back in the ring. Let's go.
Into the corner. This can't be good.
Let's use Tyler Bates' big strong boy. Oh.
And Bates steers clear there.
Pop him back.
He's starting to struggle here. Well, all things considered, Cole, it's not a bad condition to be in at this point in the match.
Flamed across the way.
Thunder. He's going for the pin. This could be it. Kicks out before one. It's unthinkable. Someone beating the one count at this point.
Kick to the gut.
Oh my gosh.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Yeah, let's use that.
Corbin is feeding off the WWE Universe.
John Cohn's putting it back.
Big back body drop.
Waistlock applied, but their opponent.
Out we go.
Hoisted up into the five position.
Here we go.
For a spin, airplane style. Around and around we go.
Around the world.
Oh, we're going in reverse now.
Around the world in 80 days.
I'm not sure the superstar.
Around the world in 80 measures. That was a song we played when I was in junior high band.
For yourself as well. Big strong boy doing big strong boy.
Here we go.
Just pure compact power.
Bait with a kick to the
Collar driver 97. Nobody gets up from that.
An emphatic victory. Here is your winner, Tyler Bate.
Big strong boy did it.
I think it was the cheap shot that secured the victory here tonight.
And how can you even
Bobber's
say
music
as tainted as this one?
Tainted? How?
Oh, come on. You saw the blatant cheap shot, Corey.
All I saw was the drive to win at any cost, which they just did, mind you. And to that, I say kudos.
Oh, I think this is kind of cool because it tells, like, the story of the match. Which I think that's pretty cool. Alright. Really a dragon.
This man is invincible.
Dragunov's a man who struggles to keep his rage in check, but when Dragunov loses it, let's be honest, it's a lot of fun to watch.
You know, I'll be honest, when I first seen Ilya Dragunov, I didn't know how well he would do in WWE because of his size, but man, can this dude really go in the ring and really get the crowd behind him. You know, I've been really, really impressed with this guy.
Ilya Dragunov looks ready to unleash his fury inside the ring here tonight.
There's something beautiful and destructive in the style of Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, Corey, it's like he leads the WWE Universe in a wonderful symphony and is ready to make beautiful music in that ring.
What do you guys think of him going heel? I think it's been really good for him. I mean, I love the storyline with Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. It's like, you guys left me. I was doing this on my own, and now you want to come back. It's like, screw you.
Winning the NXT
I thought it was pretty great.
Even. Somebody call air traffic control because Wesley is about to take flight.
Prepare to see an aerial display like none other.
So, but I think it would have been better had he gone over in that street fight instead of Zachary Wentz, because I think it would have done more for him as a heel.
And ready to compete here tonight.
West can change the complexion of a match in the blink of an eye, so you can never take your eyes off him, even for a second. Truly must see every time he steps foot inside the ring.
Fast-paced, high-flying, innovative, Wesley is a certified competitor no matter the competition.
But one look into the eyes of Ilya Dragunov and you see that he's more than ready for a challenge. Oh, diving senton bomb! That was amazing.
Can he springboard? Let's see if he can springboard. No, he cannot.
Finds the mark.
Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you guys find modern WWE controls easier, or like the classic controls that was like in the earlier SmackDown versus Raw games? Me personally, I think these controls are pretty straightforward, but I don't mind the ones in the classic ones either. I just got to get used to the different ones. I feel like, you know, when I play this one versus like when I play something like SmackDown versus Raw 2010, you know, I just got to get used to like the different controls and stuff like that.
It goes without saying,
but
there is a certain disdain for your opponent when you pull
I think it just depends on
Ilya Dragunov has such an incredible
which ones
spirit.
you're used
Is
to.
that enough to bring him the victory?
Absolutely, Cole. Dragunov leaves everything he has in the ring.
I mean,
and if he brings that intensity and ferociousness to bear, there aren't many superstars.
You know, I kind of like X being like the action button as opposed to like the right joystick. You know, I think that's a lot better personally, but oh shoot, I gotta get back in the ring.
Have to head back into the ring now.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Let's work on his leg.
And the intensity in every move Dragunov delivers doesn't seem to be wavering.
Oh! Shot to the ribs.
Amazing agility. That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills.
Oh! I definitely like the triangle as like the reverse system. What's he gonna hit?
Uh-oh. Powerbomb. Dragunov just unleashing his fury here. This is what makes him a must-watch superstar.
Hitting with the force of a man twice his size.
Crashing down with the senton.
You know, I've noticed some friction lately between these superstars.
Well, you can't be friends with everybody.
I've noticed the same. There's definitely something of a rivalry here.
Hey, let's go on top rope.
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now. Dragunov got him.
Driving a forearm into the jaw. Good night.
That's it. Call it.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Ilya Dragunov.
It was a losing effort tonight from Wes Lee.
Dragunov making it known that his fire has yet to be extinguished.
Ilya doesn't know anything other than intensity, and it paid off for him tonight.
But that didn't happen, though. Alright, time for the main event. We're gonna be our boy, Braun Breaker.
This is one.
Here come the dogs, boys.
Superstar.
I agree with you, Saxton. I pity those who pick a fight with Braun Breaker.
The following is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun.
Where the hell is Woodstock, Georgia? I don't know. I only drove through Georgia to get to Florida. And be honest, it was pretty boring. A lot of trees. I mean, it's very, very boring, guys. Badass.
Just look at Breaker's face. The intensity of this man is palpable.
Braun looks ready to completely annihilate the opposition.
Don't blink or you'll miss. Nathan Frazier.
And his opponents, first from Jersey in the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, Nathan Frazier.
One of the best young high flyers in all of WWE.
Yeah, but Frazier's also shown his grappling skills in winning the NXT Heritage Cup. A truly well-rounded athlete.
Keep your eyes.
Y'all ready for WWE 2K25? Supposed to get an announcement on the 28th. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns on the cover. Personally. My buddy wants it to be John Cena, but I think when, after Tribal Combat, when Roman Reigns went into the locker room and it had the WWE 2K25 logo on it, I'm sitting there thinking, yep, he's going to be the cover star. But I do think, like, in the showcase mode, they should, like, because I know in 2K23 they did the showcase where you got to play the matches Cena lost. But, you know, like, I think this year with it being his last year, you know, do some of, like, his greatest matches, like when he won his first world title. You know, I'd love to have the I Quit match with Randy Orton in there from Breaking Point 2009 or whatever that show was. You know, when he, you know, obviously when he won world title number 16.
Awareness is the key for a triple threat where one mistake can cost you the match. All set for
you gonna stop me like that, huh?
Breaker, Nathan Frazier, and Drew Gulak.
Triple threat matches are not for the weak-willed. Losing this match can be completely out of your control.
Is it enough here? Oh my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
So I knew I didn't need to break that up. He'd kick out on his own. Uh-oh.
Wrapping the arms. Oh, what blows to the back of the neck.
Just never had a chance to block any of those.
And a standing moonsault. Adding a little flair to a damaging impact. Quite the showmanship.
He must have seen that coming.
Oh, European uppercut.
Oh, Swinburne.
Done.
Byron, how does this matchup require a different mindset?
A superstar must be prepared to go all out. Be as aggressive and vicious as from the top.
Elbow drop, good lord. And that definitely made solid impact.
Sorry, guys, I'm itching.
Right suplex. Super kick.
Super kick party!
His opponent found an answer
Super
for Frazier's
kick!
Yeah, Braun's explosive
I
intensity.
swear, I think that move is so overused in wrestling these days. Like, when somebody tries to use it as a finisher, you're like, really?
You really have to
You know, not when Shawn Michaels used it as the sweet chin music back in the day, and you knew that the match was over. Oh no, moonsault!
And shoulders are down.
This isn't even close to over. If you're going to grab a kendo stick, you better be prepared to use it.
Oh, nice. Oh!
Done. Crafty way to get out of harm there.
Oh my God!
He got close there. It could be do or die time.
Looking for something, anything under the ring.
Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
Oh, no, they can.
He has a kendo stick in
Looks
hand,
like something
this place
different.
just turned into South Swanson Street.
Springboard,
Oh my
corkscrew,
God.
crossbody.
Twists the arm and
Working on the arm wringer. Oh, and a kick. That was nasty. He's feeling the effects of that last hit. Oh, no.
oh yes.
What a suplex. Oh, reversal catches Gulak.
And both athletes showing that they have each other's number.
He's certainly lining him up, but he's wasting too much time. Into a neck breaker. The pin's broken up.
I can't believe it.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
I saw with the targeting system in these, like, modern games, triple threat matches are pretty hard.
My goodness, came down like a hammer on that arm.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Oh man, take me out to the ball game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back or it's root for the Red Sox. If the Yankees win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game. I know I cannot sing, but I had to do it when Corey Graves made that reference.
Does he have him here?
Survived the triple threat match.
Here is your winner, Nathan Frazier.
Oh, Nathan boy can have the
WWE
win.
Universe showing appreciation as all three competitors after an amazing triple threat match.
Triple threat matches tend to live up to the hype, and this one was no different, you guys.
Alright, guys. That's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.